Hi everyone, just finished taking down my Christmas tree, getting ready for that new year. So new year, new you. So I just wanted to go ahead and go over some quick tips. Before you start, know your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you wanting to choose a healthier lifestyle, lose weight? Why? What is your why? Why are you deciding to do this? The reason why I say that is because once you know your why, everything else becomes easier. If you're doing it for someone else, you're gonna most likely stop. You're gonna most likely fail because at the end of the day, you're really going on this journey for someone else. So, number one, know your why. And number two, set realistic goals. Make sure they are obtainable. So, if you wanna lose 20 pounds, you can't do that really in 2 months. You can, but it's not safe. So give yourself a reasonable amount of time. So if you want to make sure by next Christmas you're 20 pounds lighter, make sure you have a midway point. Say, hey, you know what? I want to make sure by next summer I'm halfway there. Or if you want to lose 20 pounds by next summer, make sure in the next 3 months you're halfway there. Okay, so make sure you have a stopping point, a check-in point to make sure. Set those realistic goals, and that way you'll know if you're on track. Okay? Realistic goals, short term to create the long term. Number three, this may be hard for some of you. It was hard for me. Plan ahead. So if you've never been to a gym before, or if you are not going to go to a gym, plan ahead. Go to a gym. If you need to, take a tour of it. That way you know where the equipment is, so you don't go in on your first day like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And if you have no idea what to do, don't be afraid to hire a trainer. I know it can become expensive. If you can't afford it, YouTube, there's a lot of online trainers. Use your resources. This is the one and only time you can become selfish and invest in yourself. So planning ahead. Now scheduling your times to go to the gym as well. If you know you work 5 days a week, you have random schedules, plan your time. If your schedule alternates, look at your week at your end of the week for the following week. Just make sure you plan ahead, and it's okay to go ahead and take one day to go and tour that gym or tour the area where you're going to be working out at and say, okay, this is what I need to know. Take a little notebook. It's okay. It's all right if you're just going to do cardio. Know where the cardio machines are. Know where the bathroom is if you need to puke, but just plan ahead. That way you know, hey, you know what? Monday, I'm going here. It's busy. I'm going to go straight to the cardio machines. Or Tuesday, whatever it is, plan ahead. Number four, this is reality. To see a change, you actually have to change. You can't go to the gym and think just because you walk in there, things are going to happen. It's not going to happen. You also have to make sure you actually put in the effort when you go to the gym. You know, my 100% may be different from the person next to me. And the person next to me, their 100% obviously is going to be different from someone else's. Just make sure when you go in, your 100% is what it should be. Go in there full force, okay? If you're tired from work, I totally get it. I teach a 7 p.m. class full of people who are exhausted, and I have to push them because I'm also exhausted. And we try to give our 100%. And it may not look like a 8 a.m. 100%, but they're giving it their all. So remember, be the change that you want to see as well. When you eat, be very conscientious of what you're putting in your mouth. And I say this to myself too, because sometimes I'm like, man, I'm not dropping weight. But at the same time, I have to remember I snuck in, you know, a bag of chips, or I ate a donut that they brought into work. Start replacing bad habits with good habits. If you normally eat Oreos and you're used to doing that, go buy yourself little 100 calorie packs of the Oreos. It's okay. Your body will adapt to that. It will still lose weight because it's used to eating so many calories. Whatever, it could be eating 3,000 calories because you're eating so much sugar and things like that. And if you go down to just eliminating 500 of that, you'll end up dropping weight because you are reducing your calories. Don't kill yourself, but just remember you do have to make a change. Make some changes to your diet. Don't just think just because you're walking into the gym and doing some workout, you're going to lose weight. Now, if you're just doing it to tone your body, then yeah, you're going to see a change, and you may not, because also remember, you're going to need protein. But whole point of number 4 is to see a change, you got to make a change in your actual physical and your diet. All right, make that change. All right, now we are to number 5. Surround yourself with people who understand what your journey is. Not everyone's going to understand that you may not be able to eat what they're eating, that you may not be able to go have drinks 3 times a week, that you may not be able to drink at all, or you may not be able to eat cake or do those things. It's okay to say no. I'm not saying eliminate them. For the ones who don't understand, educate them. Let them know what your journey is. You know what? They may be so supportive that they're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to do this with you. But don't be afraid to say no. Surround yourself with people who are going to encourage and motivate you. Okay? Because that's what you're going to need when you're having, I call it the junkie moments, where you're just like losing your mind because you want to eat, and you just, sometimes I call it wanting to feel normal, because you see someone else eating and you're like, man, I want to eat that too. Why can't I just go eat that? And we're not all the same, you know? Unfortunately, that's not how it is. So surround yourself with people who understand your journey, because this is only your journey. Also understand that it is your journey and you can't take it out on anybody else. That this is a walk that you're sometimes going to have to walk alone, and it's going to be hard. Okay? So surround yourself with people who get it. And what I consider, last but not least, number 6, don't be afraid of being held accountable, especially for falling off. Hopefully it's going to be from someone who actually cares if they hold you accountable. But don't be afraid. There's always a day, number 1. We have a Monday on every calendar. If you've noticed, we have a Sunday. We have every day of the week. If you mess up on a Monday, don't wait till the following one, though. But go ahead and start the next day. Don't be afraid to be held accountable. It's going to hurt, but in the long run, it's tough love that's going to get you. Sometimes you need to be tough on yourself. Sometimes someone needs to be tough on you. But again, that goes back to number 5. Surround yourself with supportive people, people who can tell you and communicate the right way. But remember, just get back up. If you end up sneaking something and you're like, man, I shouldn't have eaten that, start tracking when you're getting hungry. Do that. Like, hey, you know what? This is what's causing me. Like, I go to sleep a little bit hungry, and then maybe you need to eat something extra during the day that'll take that away. So don't be afraid to be held accountable. Don't be afraid of falling off and restarting again. It's okay. Everyone goes through it. I don't care who you are. Whether you're this skinny, this size, bigger, we all do it. We all fall off. We all have to get back on track. So don't be afraid of being held accountable. Don't be afraid of restarting. And I wish you luck, because I need it for myself too. Have a good one, guys. Happy New Year. I'm unstoppable. I'm a